Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I'm doing another Discord Q&A here. I will be posting my Fear the Walking Dead review and trailer breakdown video later on today, so stay tuned for that, as well as a new episode of the podcast, so stay tuned for that as well. Sorry I'm late with the review. My brothers actually came over a couple of days ago. They slept over, and it was just kind of nice to actually, like, it was a surprise. They came out of nowhere, and like it was kind of fun to hang out. We watched some movies outside, you know, at a bonfire and stuff, and it was just it was fun to actually do that and jam as well. You know, we play guitar and stuff, so it was quite a bit of fun. And you know, that's where my priorities are. You know, family is sort of above all else, and I really think that everyone's priorities should be that. I think that work and just other little things like that, those things can wait. You know, like even if you have deadlines, this and that, like I understand life is life sometimes, but like if you can control it, if you're able to control it, always spend time with family because it's a lot of fun. So that's kind of what I did, and yeah, that's why my Fear review was a little late. And also, like, partially I wasn't too excited to watch the episode. I'm actually excited to watch episode 6. It looks like we're going to be slowly starting to pick up the story a little bit, but I'm kind of concerned a little bit about Fear the Walking Dead, not too much, but we'll talk about that in my review, obviously. But again, like I said, this is a Discord Q&A, so if you haven't followed the Discord yet, the link is down below. It's just Appetite for the Dead. That is the server name of the Discord. It's Appetite for the Dead, all one word. We're actually very close to 1,000 members now, so that's really exciting to actually have almost 1,000 of you guys joining there. There's a lot of stuff to discuss, and like I said, there's a lot more than just the Q&A channel. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Like, you can choose your community. As of now, we have, 8 communities here. So I have Alexandria, Hilltop, the Kingdom, Sanctuary, Woodbury, Prison, Oceanside, and the Commonwealth. So when you join, definitely go to the channel there. You can choose your community, and when you choose your community, you actually get a little tiny icon beside it because I added that in there. And Alexandria is the most popular, which isn't too surprising. I do want to add some perks to some of the communities. As of now, the only perk that we have is with the Kingdom, and that is that you get exclusive access to Idle Theater. Because if you don't join the Kingdom and you want to join another community, well, you'll have to wait until you hit level 10 to get access to the theater. And that's just sort of, you know, like, we have this level progression system, which is a lot of fun. The more you chat, the more you communicate with other members and stuff, the more experience you get, and then you can level up, and then you can get different roles. And a role is basically just, it's added to your profile, and you can do other things sort of within the server. And yeah, once you hit level 10, you have access to Idle Radio and stuff like that. You can listen to music, Idle Theater, where a lot of people stream movies and television shows and stuff, and lots of channels for The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond. There's other stuff like Marvel, DC, Star Wars. I just opened up 2 new channels, Game of Thrones and The Last of Us, because those are going to be 2 big things that come up soon, right? Like with Game of Thrones, there's the new spinoff coming very soon. The Last of Us, that's going to start to ramp up quite a bit soon, because that show is, I mean, they're pretty well into filming now. And so, yeah, and there's just a lot more stuff there. There's idle games as well, where you can actually earn like in-game currency. It's not like real currency. You can't spend money or anything like that. It's just little games that you can play to earn like idle coins, right? And when you get more idle coins, you can kind of buy more things within the server shop. So there's just a lot of fun things to do there. Again, there's almost 1,000 members. It's, you know, it's pretty active every single day. And yeah, this is where I do the Q&As. You can also get updated there from when I post videos, either from the podcast or on Twitch or on the main channel here. So yeah, I really hope to see you guys there. I kind of wanted to do a bigger promo here for it, just because I really want people to know how exciting it is. Because I know that a lot of times when other YouTubers will say, oh, go follow me here, do this, I usually don't right away, but eventually I get around to doing it like months later. Sometimes it might even be a year later, where I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go check this thing out. Then it ends up being fun. And so I kind of wanted to explain a little bit here what exactly is in this server, because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, like I said, the link is down below. So if you want to join the Discord, then I mean, I gave you all the info. But let's get into the first question here. Do you think we will see Portland before the show ends, or find out some more information about Rick? I'm guessing you're talking about World Beyond. Well, it would be cool to see Portland. I don't know if we will, right? Like, it really depends a lot on their budget and how much they want to show us. I mean, it's not like they have to show us a lot. You know, they can have another room with another person in there, and they can just say, this is Portland, right? Or this place is in Portland. But I don't know. It really depends on where they want to go with the story. In terms of the more information on Rick, that's actually the one part. Yeah, I think we're going to learn a lot more about that, because we're slowly building to something. Every episode that we're getting, we're actually learning a lot more about the world, right? Learning a lot more about the Civic Republic. what their motives are, and really what the Rick Grimes movies are going to be about. And a lot of it is the sinister things that the CRM are doing in terms of killing hundreds of thousands of people. That is insane. There's been no group on this show that has done things like that has had the power that the Civic Republic do. So, like, you know, like the Rick movies are definitely dealing with something really big. You add the whole cure aspect to it, you know, and a lot of stuff from like pre-apocalyptic things where maybe they had a hand in starting this whole thing. You never know. Gimple did say we were going to learn a lot of stuff about the behind the scenes of the apocalypse. So like, what exactly does that mean, right? There's going to be a lot of stuff here for the Rick movies. You know, I think the scope of the movies is going to be really huge. And so World Beyond is cleverly setting all of it up. And so that's what I mean. Like, I think we're going to learn more about what Rick's doing, learn more about things like that. I don't know if we'll see Portland, though, because I don't even know if we really need to at this point. Do you think Rick will become a villain in the movies? No, I really don't. I've never liked the theories on that. Like, I've seen so many theories on, like, Rick is going to join the CRM. He's going to be a villain and all that. I've never, ever believed that. That's just not the way you want to start your story, right? It's not the way you want to start the movies, is Rick is the villain. He's joined the group. Like, I don't know. I think that a lot of that is just like fan fiction. I just don't think that, or I really believe that it's never going to happen. That's a little too insane. Death predictions for the end of World Beyond. Well, as of now, honestly, I'm saying everyone dies, and mostly I just mean the main cast. I really believe they're all going to die, which is sad in Huck's case because I really don't want Huck to die, but everyone else, I don't really give a shit. Actually, there's probably one character I would say might actually live, and that is Silas, because I wonder if Silas is just going to become a Civic Republic soldier, and he just kind of converts to the evil side, right? Like, I could totally see that happening, and so in that sense, he's become a villain, I guess, so there's kind of a downfall there. I really think the whole story here with all the main cast is just going to end really badly. Who do you think is the most likely to die by Sebastian, and do you think the Rick's comic death will happen around episode 15, 16, or in part 3? Well, like I said that in previous videos. I think there's going to be they're going to change some stuff up. Angela King does it all the time, so yeah. They are going to change it up. It seems like Sebastian probably will kill someone in part 2. I don't know if it's going to happen in 15 and 16. It could happen in episode 12 or 13, right? And then they just sort of hold that mystery for the next couple of episodes. Sebastian did something bad, we know, but no one else knows. And then slowly people start to find out, kind of thing. In terms of who is likely to die, it could be anyone. As of now, I'm going with Ezekiel, just because I know he's going to be a character that is going to clash. I mean, everyone's going to clash with Sebastian, but he is also very sick, right? And I could totally see, a situation where he's recovering from something, or he's about to go for surgery for something, but Sebastian doesn't want them to get like this treatment, this and that. Like, I could just see something going down there where Ezekiel could die, and then people don't know how he died, and then it's revealed Sebastian did something with something, right? Because maybe Ezekiel dies during surgery or something like that. Then I think like things like that will slowly start to come out, and then people are going to be really pissed off that he did something. That's just kind of the general vibe. I could be totally like way off on this, but that's, as of now, that's kind of my general feeling, I guess, for the scene. If we do get any major information about Rick Grimes, which information do you think it will be and why? And The Walking Dead World Beyond's last remaining 3 episodes. Well, it's going to be like where a specific location on where he is, and like a specific act that he has done. There could also be a file on Rick Grimes that we know of. There could be something that, a reason, because he was very valuable, and obviously that rose Jadis up in ranks. So there could be something, a conversation that Elizabeth Kublik and Jadis have at the very end where they're like, oh, this person here, he's ready or whatever. Then they'll give a file, and she'll look at it and it'll say Rick Grimes, or maybe not like he's ready, but like, oh, he escaped or this and that. I think it could be a scene like that. It's going to be something where it's like a cliffhanger, an Easter egg. I think they're going to give us a lot without, obviously we're never going to see Andrew Lincoln on the show. They already confirmed it, but it's going to be little things like that where it's sort of an Easter egg, a big post-credit scene type of scene, right? Like if you watch Marvel movies, they always have a post-credit scene where it's kind of big. You'll see a new character and it teases the next movie. I think it's going to be like that. There's going to be something there that teases Rick Grimes' appearance in the movies, and sort of just how you set all of that up. Do you think in Tales of the Walking Dead we will have a Negan Lives episode? Maybe. I think Negan Lives is probably going to be its own spinoff, and that could be like the first episode, and then they'll branch out from there. I don't know if that'll be a Tales of the Walking Dead episode. Like, Negan's future really is sort of, they're obviously going to do something with him in the future. I don't know what at this point, but I mean, I don't think it'll be a Tales of the Walking Dead episode. I think if anything, I'll probably be a Negan's, they might just call the spinoff Negan Lives, right? I think that's way more likely. Will the Rick movies be exclusive to a platform, or will they go in cinemas worldwide? Well, they're going to be in cinemas worldwide. I think they could be exclusively. Honestly, I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. I really have a hard time picturing how big AMC Plus is going to be when they don't really have a lot of content. You know, a lot of the Walking Dead content is really what's big about it. I don't know how big AMC Plus can be as a streaming service compared, at least when you compare to like Disney Plus and like Netflix, right? I don't think it'll ever be as big as that. AMC Plus is kind of where, you know, where you have like CBS All Access and you have a lot of those other like networks, subscription services. It's kind of in line there. And so when you make things more exclusive like that, I think it really limits the audience, especially because AMC Plus is only available in, I think, just in North America, right? Canada and the US. I'm not sure about Mexico and that, but it's not available in the UK or anything like that. So if, you know, like for everyone in the UK, that must really suck unless they go worldwide with it and it's much more available. But then again, that really limits it. Honestly, if they could make a deal, release it in theaters, but then also release it on like HBO Max or something like that. Or, I mean, HBO Max is a really great streaming service, I would say. But also there's like Netflix, I would say, is a big one, right? If you released it on Netflix, I think that would be really big because everyone's going to watch it. Like, whoa, this is a Rick movie? I'll check it out, you know, if the runtime's 2 hours, and I could totally see it trending on Netflix. So like, as of now, they're going to be in the theaters. And I think honestly, with like the pandemic and stuff, I think it makes a lot of sense to postpone the movie a bit. I really feel like that's a big reason why they're waiting as well to film or do anything. Like a lot, like if you look at the box office for movies right now, people aren't going to the theaters. And even when I go to the theaters, it's never a packed house, right? Like even when I went to go see, well, I guess that's kind of, when I went to go see Shang-Chi, I got like an exclusive viewing of it. So I watched it a lot earlier than everyone. So that makes sense why there wasn't a lot of people. But for Halloween Kills, there was a lot of people, but there also kind of wasn't. There was, you know, it's never really been packed, especially with hockey games. They're still struggling with attendance issues. You know, like I look at a hockey team like the Toronto Maple Leafs and their arena has been sold out for years and like decades. And now is they're actually having a hard time selling tickets, which is like, you know, a lot of people I think aren't comfortable yet with going back to things like that. So I think it kind of makes sense to postpone some stuff with the Rick movies and stuff. Like, you know, like just take your time with it. Wait for this whole thing's going to be over at some point. I don't know when. Things are in a really great place right now in terms of this whole pandemic, right? Like at least here in Canada, I haven't really heard anything in a while. It's been pretty safe for months now, really ever since like what, August, September. It's been pretty quiet. And I know they're still waiting for other things to come out and stuff, but definitely by next spring, summer, I think this is all going to be over for sure. Like I know it's different in other places in the world, but here it is generally for the most part pretty quiet. No one's really worried about anything, right? And so I think, you know, I think once people get more comfortable by next spring, next summer, around there, I think that's where like movie theaters and stuff like that are going to start to be more packed and all of that. And then I think that's where the Rick movie is going to probably be. I think that's why, honestly, they didn't want to release it like this year or like kind of early next year. They'll just film next summer for sure. Things will be over by then, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for all of your questions. I really enjoyed doing all this. I am going to do a second Q&A just because there's a lot of good questions here. Whenever I ask for questions, there's actually quite a bit of questions here. It's really good questions. So I'm going to do another Q&A after this. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.